Hey everybody, welcome to Vacuum Wars, and to another highly requested review, the Samsung Jet 90 Complete. I put it through a lot of tests over the past week and found it to be an incredibly advanced stick vacuum with a lot of interesting specs and innovations. So, links in the description to everything I'll mention, and let's get started. First, let's talk about the lineup differences in the Samsung Jet series. The Jet 90 Complete is the most expensive version, with the Jet 75 Complete and the Jet 70 behind it. The Jet 90 and 75 are the same vacuum with the same power specs and come with the same three brush heads, the regular head, the soft brush head, and the motorized handheld brush. The difference is that the Jet 75 does not come with the heavy-duty dual charging stand, but just a wall mount, and it has a fixed wand instead of the telescopic wand that comes with the Jet 90. The Jet 70 has less power than the others at 150 air watts, as well as less battery life. It does not have the soft roller or the heavy-duty stand or telescoping wand. Starting off with the pros, the Samsung Jet 90 has a ton of power. Samsung says it has 200 air watts, which is a lot, more than the Dyson V11 torque drive, but not quite as much as the Dyson V11 outsize, but still way more than the majority of cordless vacuums. I tested its suction and its airflow on various places on the vacuum and in different settings, and more or less confirmed Samsung's numbers. It's definitely one of the most powerful cordless stick vacuums out there. The unsealed or usable suction test was also interesting, where it seemed to have the most usable suction of any vacuum I've tested yet when the soft brush only was in use. This was true on both low and high power. It was also really good with its regular head on this test, only being surpassed by the Loop and the V11s with their gates closed. So again, lots of power. I saw that power show up on the crevice pickup test, where it did well above average with both heads on all three power settings. Its power was also evident with the carpet deep clean test, where it scored a perfect 100 on high power and a very respectable 96 on medium power, which is the kind of scores you really only find with high-end cordless vacuums. The pickup tests were also very good. On hard floors where the soft roller shines, it did particularly good with everything from fine to extra large debris of all types. Like most soft rollers out there, it's a joy to use on hard floors. By the way, I did all these tests on medium power. The regular head can be used for carpets or hard floors, but I found it to be more designed for carpets. On hard floors, I saw snow plowing very early on with even small to medium-sized debris, but on medium pile carpet, it was able to pick up that same size debris and even much larger debris with no problems. So the regular head is great for carpets and the soft roller is great for hard floors, but changing the heads for each is recommended for best results. One of my favorite aspects of the Jet 90 Complete is the high-quality tools and attachments, as well as the availability of very innovative add-ons that you can purchase from Samsung. First off, the tools that come with it are high quality. You get a combo upholstery dusting brush with long bristles that you can actually use to dust things, which is nice, an extendable crevice tool, which is different, an adjustable extension tool, which can be used with a brush or crevice tool, and a pretty high-quality electronic brush for stairs or cars or just for around the house. I tested them all and found that they were high quality and were genuinely useful. But the other side of this pro was the suite of products Samsung has that can be bought separately and paired with the Jet series, like the Samsung Jet Spinning Sweeper, which can be attached like a brush head. You attach either microfiber pads or wet pads, and apparently it cleans hard floors. Or the really innovative Clean Station, where you take the dustbin off your Jet and place it on this dock, which then sucks out the debris into a bag and does so with high quality filtration in mind. I don't know how I missed knowing this existed. I'm not sure if it's practical or not, but I definitely want one. Related to accessories, these Samsung Jets I mentioned come with only one battery. Extra batteries are sold separately. On the Jet 90, there's a place on the stand that you can charge an extra battery if you get one. The stand itself was a big pro for me. It's very well built and sturdy. Battery life was a pro. Samsung is an industry leader in general with battery technology, and so it's no surprise to see it match fairly well with the Dyson cordless vacuums when power output, represented in CFM in this chart, is taken into account. Samsung says it gets around an hour on low power with non-motorized attachments. I tested it on max power with the motorized soft brush and got 10 minutes. I also tested it on medium power with the regular head, which will probably be the most common usage, and got a little over 24 minutes. All of those numbers are above average for this power output, and as I say, you can buy additional batteries if needed. It did pretty good with the hair tangle test, resisting 7-inch hair altogether and getting only 24% of the hair caught in the 14-inch hair test, which is good. About the same or maybe a little better than the Dysons on this test. Its filtration was a pro. Samsung claims their HEPA filters are just a little bit better than standard HEPA filters. I found it passed the particle test, as would be expected for a vacuum in this price range. I also found its construction to be in general high quality with some metal in the design. It can't all be good stuff though, so let's move on to the cons. As per usual, I have to complain about the price, but I will say that it feels like there is a little bit more value here compared to some of the others in this price range. Another con is that though the weight of the handle was decent when compared to other vacuums in this class, like the others, I felt it was a little bit heavy on the arm, especially if you were planning on using it in handheld mode for any length of time. I would have preferred a slightly different handle design, though I did like the placement of the power button and the other controls on the handle. Another thing is that like many of the Dyson cordless vacuums, its air intake was somewhat small. For example, particularly large Fruit Loops would get stuck in the intake and prevent further pickup. All vacuums have a size limit here. I would have just preferred theirs to be a little bit bigger. Another thing was that I saw no reason to have the telescopic wand. It wouldn't fit on the stand unless it was retracted first, and it was ridiculously short if it wasn't fully extended. So it just seemed like an extra step with no obvious benefit. Despite my nitpicking, I really liked the Samsung Jet 90, and I'm sorry it took me so long to get to the series. I'll be trying to pick up some of those related products I mentioned in the future to test out as well. Links in the description to the entire Samsung Jet lineup, and be sure to subscribe to Vacuum Wars before you leave. Thanks for watching.